Hey, what's up, guys? Recently we've talked about the guitar from the future called Sensy. It was designed by Dmitry, who wanted to learn to play guitar. But it turned out that he was a computer guy. That's why he used a technical approach and invented a guitar simulator. He whipped up something, showed that to me. Well, you'll better watch the original video about it. We took a look at that, and everybody were excited. We gave some piece of advice in the comments, and Dmitry promised he would send the second prototype as soon as it's ready. It's right here in the box. They even made a box, although it's only a prototype, not a production model. But it looks impressive already. You wouldn't believe it came out of a 3D printer. But it did come out of a 3D printer. Magic. Actually, it's hard to be amazed, because 3D printing is not the new technology. Look at it in a folded position. What a miracle! What are the main improvements and the differences? What is it and what for? Are you ready for the magic? Let's turn it on. Ready? Here we go. Adorable! In the first place, we see correct fret distance. It was the same all along the fretboard before. What's the most important about this device? It is illuminated! Multi-pitch LEDs look like LGBT illumination, oh my god! Isn't it what we all dreamt about? This is a gaming guitar for the real gamers. Dmitry should make an offer to Razer company. They'll happily start the mass production for sure. Everything shines here too. I'd rather show you the test. They declared there is already a built-in synth. Here is a micro jack, but it still doesn't work. As I said, it is still a prototype. Now look, imagine you are on a trip. Take your smartphone, I'll show how to connect it to iPhone, because it has GarageBand, and with this application, this guitar rocks. No disrespect to Android smartphones, but there is nothing better than GarageBand to date. Start the GarageBand, turn the Bluetooth on, select the Sensy guitar, and that's it. Now it's controlled by the guitar. Note: there's zero latency. I should make it louder. Well, it works. So did the previous version. So, what's new in here? Okay, what's the main feature? I've got kinda cheat sheet in here. So, the main feature is… I should turn off the light. Attention! Don't miss it! What a supreme moment! Presentation of indigenously developed Sensy guitar feature. Here is… the flashlight! Woohoo! Isn't that cool? And it is still working. But here is more to come concerning illumination. I've said that it is a gaming device, both literally and figuratively. Press the button Y. And voila! LED lights are running all the way along the fretboard. The main bug in the previous version was the strings mute problem. It just made me mad. There were kind of special touch pins up here, and in order to mute, you had to touch them up there. I suggested that these sensors should be installed here, so that you can place your palm as usual on a regular guitar. But Dmitry used his creativity, and now the string can be muted just as usual, by putting the hands on the strings. To make this happen, you should calibrate the guitar in such a way so that it can learn your patterns of playing, like pulling effort, and distinguish plucking from muting movements. Do you get it? Here I'm plucking the string with some effort. And that's how I mute, by slightly pressing the string. That is, the pushing effort is being analyzed, and it can be calibrated depending on who is playing and how. And that is a really cool innovation and a more elegant solution. Let's switch to another instrument. And here's what I want to show you. This is a digital guitar, if you haven't noticed yet. Look what you can do! Slide! You can play glissando. And also an accelerometer function is implemented here, so you can make pitch bend with such a hilarious movement. You just have to stand like a pisserie guitarist and jiggle, so pitch bends are made on their own. Let's try to play something. Missed a little bit. Also, you can mute strings like this. Pretty much convenient. Besides, there is a looper function, but I haven't figured out how it works yet. Well, I tried to make a loop, but the guitar adds an odd note. Anyway, this feature is in progress. By the way, there is a tapping mode here. That's what I call it since the previous video. Sorry, I got a little carried away. I wanted to hook up the drums. Well, I've just demonstrated the most cool features that are implemented at the moment. And I'm really into the tapping mode, because I'm not good at tapping in the real life. And here's like a piece of cake. The only thing is that the device doesn't recognize pull-off gestures. I've told Dmitry that it would be kinda cool. I don't know if it's hard to realize, because you should distinguish the regular removing movement from the pulling off. But it would be just perfect, some kind of a tapping stick. You can even cut this part off and play this kind of tapping stuff. I think it would be great for tapping practice. So let's turn the main guitar mode on and plug it to the PC. You can also connect it via Bluetooth, but I'll use a cable. So how to connect it using a cable? Firstly, let's turn it on. Yeah, I just can't get enough of it. Plug it in, and here comes the magic. The magic has gone. This is the free guitar plugin Apple Guitar. That's how you can play. But it's boring. Let's go nuts. Let's make a minute track with the help of this guitar. The creators of this miracle claim that this device is the best on the market, because I've got some comments like, it had been realized before, no one ever need this. You don't say. People are highly interested in this kind of stuff. But how can we figure out if this guitar is better or not? Here, I've got 3 more digital guitars here. They are also provided by Sensy. They needed them to delve into the market. More expensive and cheaper. Well, Some of them can't be considered as a full-fledged digital guitar, but just like a training simulator. And almost all of them are more expensive than the planned cost of the Sensy guitar. It would be nice to see what features are implemented in these devices. We'll find out in one of our next episodes, so don't miss. You might say that this segment of musical instruments is quite weird, and can think no one is interested in such kind of devices, but they continue to develop and produce these stuff. As I've said before, I don't think that this device is useful when learning how to play guitar. But it is a great thing as a standalone controller, because you can use it as a full-fledged guitar. You can turn the tapping mode on, there are multifunctional pads, and the main thing, it is illuminated! Isn't that beautiful? This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Those of you who are interested and want to support the developers or to purchase this stuff, subscribe to their social pages. It's the best way to support them right now. So when they launch their Kickstarter campaign or something like that, you will be aware and will be able to pre-order straight away, or to share the info or something, so they can really make it. That's it. Write down the comments. What do you think about this stuff? Looking forward to the review of the other devices from this strange branch of musical instruments. Well, see you next time. I'll be sitting here and messing around till the battery runs out.